For my TED Talk, I'll be talking about gentrification and its effects that it has on society. A lot of people have a misunderstanding of what gentrification truly is. By definition, it is upgrading a building or neighborhood to fit middle class standards. Now, sometimes people think of gentrification truly as a negative aspect. It does have its negatives, but there is positives as well to this. Now, let's get into some of the negatives. As I said before, gentrification is a renovation of a lower income neighborhood or area to fit middle class tastes. With some of that renovation, that means some people are forced into abrupt eviction. Those people lose their homes, their livelihoods, and the shelter in which that they sleep under every day. People take away those apartment buildings, those old hotels, those places in which people will find comfort. Now here's a picture. This is a picture from San Francisco where there's a rally to fight against the gentrification of their neighborhood. Another negative about gentrification is the loss of these family-owned businesses. These businesses create comfort for a lot of people that live in that neighborhood. These businesses are forced to foreclose their shops to create room for the new stuff that is coming in. A lot of people are okay with this because the economy tends to go to a lot more chain restaurants and things as such. A lot of people feel strongly about this topic because they feel as though that the economy should be in the people's hands. They feel as though the people should have freedom as far as creating their own businesses and boosting the economy that way. Networking is something that is viewed as a negative and a positive when it comes to gentrification. This can be a negative because those relationships that you have built with those store owners and family businesses that were there before are gone. This also can be a positive though, because the new businesses and store owners can broaden your associate group and introduce you to new people that you would have not associated with before. As you can see in the photo, there's a grand opening of a fast food restaurant. This fast food restaurant brought in a lot of people from all across the city. The line is outside the door. This brings in a lot of revenue to the area, and within a month, it increased the value of the area by just 10%. Just this small change created a new place for people of all ages to go. This new business is a restaurant and a bar combined. This is a great idea because it allows for families to go as well as people who are just trying to unwind during the weekend as well as after a long day's work. This small new restaurant brought in over 70 jobs and as well as spiked the revenue for the area by over 5%. I am from Rochester, New York. This is a building that was built in the early 1920s back in my hometown, and it was still standing up until 2017. This building has recently been torn down and renovated. This building used to be an old hotel where there was a lot of crime happening. There was a couple murders that actually went down in this hotel. There was also a lot of crime, a lot of drugs that passed through this hotel. This hotel was a place where you can get a room for only $15 a night. This hotel had no real value to the neighborhood, and it was just an eyesore for the people that lived there. That is why that the city felt like it was necessary for it to have a new beginning. As you can see from the last photo, this is an entirely new building. In fact, it's like an entirely new area. This building has become a great place for a lot of people to mingle. Above the first floor of this building is nothing but brand new apartments for people with low income. One would ask, how does low income families afford housing as such? Well, in fact, those apartments are subsidized housing for low income families. Rochester is making strides in which I feel like a lot of other cities should make as well. That means subsidized housing means that the rent is cheaper and allows for low income families to afford this housing. Another question that might pop up is how does the value of the area stay so high? Well, on the first floor of this building, there's a bunch of businesses that help bring revenue into the area. In the back of that building, there is a gym, in fact, that I myself attend. This brings in a lot of business from people of all ages, people that range from 7 years old all the way down to 18 years old. In the front of the building, there's also an Asian cuisine restaurant that specializes in low-calorie meals. This helps with the gym as well as the random people that tend to attend the restaurant. As you can see, I have ties to this topic. This is something that has been floating in the air for me for about 2 to 3 years now. I have not had a true understanding about it until now. My friends, family, associates, coaches, teachers, all have been talking about it because of the impact that it has had on our city.